We're up here at Windham Mountain with Blaze on the Transition Ripcord. Do a little ride review on this single track blue tech trail. Let's do it. This is a 2021 Transition Ripcord 24-inch wheeled bike. You can look it up on Transition's website, but 100 mil front and rear travel, rock shocks, NX drivetrain, a couple little spank components. I think it's like, from everything I could find when we were looking, I think it was the best like park capable, trail capable, pedalable bike for a kid in a 24-inch wheel size for that price. I think it retails for $16.99. And really happy with it. We've had it actually for a few months now, so this is a little bit of a long-term review, but inspires a lot of confidence in him and his riding. And we live 30 minutes from the bike park, so he's able to come up here and ride pretty frequently. It's been a nice addition. He's coming off of a 24-inch wheeled Trek Roscoe that had no suspension, and it was fine for regular trails, but once he started riding it off cliffs and stuff, I decided it was time to step it up a little bit. So we were kind of looking between this and the YT, I can't remember the name of it, but their 24-inch bike. It's a little bit more money, and availability was kind of limited, but when I called a bunch of different Transition dealers, I found one that had one in stock and drove up to Burlington, Vermont, and picked it up immediately. So far, I mean, it's a really great bike, and it's super solid. I mean, it's still the drop test. If you pick the thing up 2 feet and just drop it, it's just as solid and quiet as could be. So any noise you actually hear right now, that's my hubs on my DH bike. But up wide, there you go. Oh, good save. Good save. Yeah, we walked this section. Not quite.
I almost fell off the bike there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot to spend on a kid's bike, but I mean, if you're riding this sort of terrain, it's just absolutely necessary. At least if you're doing it with any frequency. So easy, bud. He knows he's on camera, so he's going in a little hot into some turns. My son Blaze just turned 9, and been riding mountain bikes for a couple of years now. This is our 3rd season on actual trail riding with him, so really solid bike. I have a Transition Scout. I was actually so impressed with this bike that when I got a new bike, I went with the Transition. So I got a Scout with 27.5-inch wheels. I'll do a review on that someday, but so far I really like it. And I gotta say that the customer service with Transition has been incredible. And it's not so much his bike. I don't think I've made any calls on his, but just when I was setting up my Scout, and I called them a few times, different questions and whatnot, and they're just really cool dudes over there, and girls. There's actually, I think, a girl named Kate on the helpline was super knowledgeable and helpful. So, as a company, awesome. The bike, awesome. And that's coming from owner of 2 Transition bikes. And for the price, I don't think you can really beat it. I mean, there's a couple other ones out there, but they were either the same or a little bit more, and I don't know. Just very happy with it. I think that's all I really got to say, right, Blaze?
What?
So what do you think of the Transition Ripcord so far?
The suspension's really good for the mountain.
Yeah.
Like the brakes too.
It's got good brakes, a lot better than your old bike.
The tires, definitely.
A lot more traction and control. Looks kind of cool too, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks better.
It's a pretty sick bike. They make some nice bikes, Transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. So would you recommend this bike to any other young kids looking for a 24-inch wheeled full suspension?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap this one. We're going to ride on. A couple of closing notes that I thought of there. People would probably want to know how it climbs. I mean, for Blaze it climbs well, but he's a pretty exceptional XC type rider for his age. I mean, he does less complaining on the climbs than kids twice his age, but he's good for about a 7-mile out and back if there's 3 miles or 3.5 miles of climbing, and he climbs it on this bike no problem. Weight wise, I think it's, well, they list it on the website. I think it weighs in at around 26 pounds, and it's well balanced. So yeah, I think that probably about wraps up any little side notes. And as always, the big question, can you actually find one? If you actually wanted to buy one, I'd call Transition. They do sell directly to customers. Or do what I did. I called like 5 or 6 places till I found one, and I didn't hesitate, bought it immediately. So I had to drive 3.5 hours to get it, but all right. Well, thanks for watching. And yeah, if you can swing it, the Transition Ripcord for your kid. Really good purchase. We're having a really great time on it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.